This is English shorthand dictation number 361 and the dictation speed is 120 words per minute. Ready? Start. We have heard the learned counsel for the parties. Out of the 10 accused persons before the Court of Sessions, 6 were convicted for the offences under sections 148, 201, and 302 of the Indian Penal Code, and separate punishment for each of the offences was prescribed, the maximum being imprisonment for life with a fine of rupees 5,000, and in default thereof to undergo further imprisonment of 6 months under section 302 of the Indian Penal Code. The said conviction and sentence has been set aside by the High Court wide impugned judgment and order dated 2011-2008. Aggrieved by the acquittal of all the 6 accused, the appellant has preferred this appeal. The sole submission of the learned counsel for the appellant is that in matters where the accused persons are convicted and sentenced by the trial court, the appellate court is normally slow in upsetting the conviction, more particularly in the light of the evidence on record, especially that of the eyewitness. There is no dispute to the fact that there was serious enmity between the two rival groups, which were in fact interrelated. The dispute between the two groups was quite old, commencing in the year 1986 in connection with the access to the public road, which was being blocked by one party. The said dispute was compromised but still continued to persist, which resulted in the murder of Kishan. In retaliation to the above dispute, it appears that the rival group now killed Ramesh. In connection with the above killing of Ramesh, an FIR was allegedly lodged on 04/11/2000 by the appellant, but it was registered on 05/11/2000. According to the FIR, the incident occurred on 04/11/2000 at 7 p.m. At that time, Ramesh was returning from duty and the appellant was returning from Faridabad. They met at scooter stand in Badshahpur and the appellant joined Ramesh on motorcycle to proceed towards the village Rampura. When they reached Tikli Road, they saw a car parked on the roadside which chased their motorcycle and pushed it to the left side of the road, forcing the appellant and Ramesh to fall in the bushes. The appellant noticed the accused persons alighting from the vehicle and thereafter attacking Ramesh with knife, iron rod, etc. The accused persons took Ramesh in injured condition in their car and left. A report about the said incident in writing was submitted to the in charge of Badshahpur police post under the signatures of the appellant. It may be pertinent to point out that the appellant had worked with Delhi police and at least 3 of the accused persons were also in Delhi police. We have considered the findings of the two courts below and have also gone through the ocular testimony of PW9, who is the sole eyewitness. His testimony reveals that on 05/11/2000 at about 2 p.m., when they reached the Tikli forest with the investigation team, they found a dead body burning, which had almost perished. The fire was extinguished, and from there, one copper ring and the buckle of a belt were recovered, which were identified to be that of Ramesh. The appellant happened to be the sole eyewitness, but he had neither seen anyone killing his son Ramesh nor he had deposed that he had seen anyone burning the victim Ramesh. Therefore, he is not actually an eyewitness either to the killing or to the burning of the deceased Ramesh, though he may be an eyewitness to the incident which took place on 04/11/2000 at 7 p.m., wherein a car had chased their motorcycle, pushed them towards the roadside, making them fall in the bushes, thereupon assaulting the deceased Ramesh and then taking him away in an injured condition in the car. It may be noted that he has not deposed anything as to why he had not tried to intervene and save his son from assault or stop the accused persons from taking him away in the car. He himself had not received any injuries. The statement that he could not do so on account of the threats extended by the accused persons appears to be a bald statement, as no one in a situation where his son is being assaulted and carried away would remain a mere spectator. The appellant stated in the FIR that the accused assaulted his son with a knife and iron rod. He did not mention about the use of a pistol by the accused. However, the police have recovered empty cartridge. Cause of death as per postmortem is also firing from close range. In view of the above situation and the other evidence on record, the very presence of the appellant even during the incident of 04/11/2000 appears to be doubtful. He appears to have met Ramesh on the scooter stand per chance, whereupon he took lift from Ramesh to travel towards the village. It may not be out of context to mention that the appellant, a sole eyewitness, happens to be the most interested witness, being the father of the deceased and having long enmity with the group to which the accused persons belong. Therefore, his testimony was to be examined with great caution, and the High Court was justified in doing so and in doubting it so as to uphold the conviction on his solitary evidence. In the light of the evidence on record, both versions, as was taken by the trial court and that by the High Court, may appear to be the possible views. However, the conviction has to be based on the evidence which proves the accused guilty beyond reasonable doubt. The prosecution in this case has failed to prove the guilt of the accused both by circumstantial evidence and by means of evidence of the eyewitness. In respect of circumstantial evidence, the chain of events is not complete, whereas the presence of eyewitness is also doubtful. Thus, we are of the opinion that the view taken by the High Court in extending the benefit of doubt to the accused persons appears to be the most plausible view. Accordingly, we do not deem it necessary to interfere with the opinion expressed by the High Court. The appeal lacks merit and is dismissed.